James Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thanks to the RCMP, we learned that as early as February 2nd, Ray Novak was being copied on emails about the cover-up in the Prime Minister's office regarding the Duffy scandal. Now, Mr. Novak has since been promoted to the Chief of Staff of the Prime Minister. So what did Ray Novak tell the Prime Minister about what was going down? Because otherwise, how would the Prime Minister be able to have any trust that he's telling him the truth now?
Here. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, what is very clear in the exact same documents that the member references is that on February 13th, the Prime Minister told Senator Duffy to repay his inappropriate expenses, Mr. Speaker. We know that Senator Duffy resisted that constantly, Mr. Speaker. We also know that Senator Duffy hasn't paid a cent back of those inappropriate expenses at this point, Mr. Speaker. But we also see that the Prime Minister, when he found out on May 15th, went to his office, insisted that his office work with and assist the RCMP, Mr. Speaker. That's the type of leadership you would expect from a Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, in contrast to the Leader of the Opposition who for 17 years didn't think it was important to talk about a bribe that he got, but he says he didn't accept.
The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Oh, our poor, hapless Prime Minister being defended with such hook'em. Canadians remember on May 15th that the Prime Minister said he had complete support for this illegal scheme. But then we also know the Prime Minister also told the House that there was, quote, no legal agreement between Mike Duffy and Nigel Wright. But surely the Prime Minister would have known that his own lawyer, Benjamin Perrin, was up to his neck in this. Well, are we to believe the Prime Minister didn't know what his own lawyer was doing? But through all of May, all of June, all of September, and all of October, the Prime Minister continued to mislead the House. Why hasn't he come clean on the involvement of his staff?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
The poor NDP, they couldn't find an appropriate NDP person to lead the party, so they went and found a corrupt Liberal, Mr. Speaker. That's the real story here, Mr. Speaker. An NDP leader who waited 17 years to talk about corruption in the province of Quebec, Mr. Speaker. I'll contrast that to this Prime Minister who immediately upon finding out went to his office, insisted that they assist with the investigation, Mr. Speaker. That's a very clear contrast between the two. One who covers things up, the other one who looks for it and makes sure that his office assists.
Here.